Once we've got our data input and formatted and finalized, we can, of course, share it as is, but one further step that we might want to take is to insert a chart. Now, this is going to be an excellent way for people to take in the information that we've gathered. And being able to see it in this visual kind of way helps to really jump to a quick understanding of what exactly we're looking at and to make comparisons. So this is something that's really valuable to understand how to do. And Google Sheets makes it easy. Let's see how we can insert a couple of charts that go along with my Q1 sales that I have recorded here. So in order to add a chart, we're going to go to Insert, and we see Chart right here. So that's one way that we could go about it. We also have, notice this symbol here, that is also existing up here on the menu, on the ribbon here. We could click on that shortcut to insert chart. Now, before we actually select either of these, what you want to do is probably give some thought to what do I want this chart to display? What data do I want it to be based off of? So it could be in some instances that you want it to be the entire table that you have set out here, and that could work. But as I'm looking at this, I might decide something different. I might say, I don't want to see the full picture here. I think what I want to do is let me grab each of the sales agents here. So I'm grabbing last name, all of the names. And then I want to include all of their sales from January through March. So I'm going to hold Control because I'm doing some selections that are not touching, they're not contiguous. So this is what I want to build my chart off of. So let's try that and let's see what we can do with it. So we'll go to Insert and we'll select Chart. So it goes ahead and it throws it right on top of my sheet. So that's great. This is a good starting point. But I'm not stuck with what it's chosen for me. So if I don't like the format or the type of chart, I am in control. So it went with a stacked column chart, so that could be fine. We see that I have plenty of options though. I could go with a line chart. I could go with, let's see, we've got column chart. I think I want though a bar chart. Yeah, this is closer to what I want. So we see the way that it has set it up. It took the data that I selected and it's representing it in a way that I can quickly get an idea of some comparisons. I can see how individual sales agents did between the 3 months compared to each other, how they're doing compared to other sales representatives. So this is good. This is a good starting point for me. So I'm going to drag this down and we'll keep this here. And we'll take a look later in other videos at some of the options that we can adjust here. But let's go ahead and let's add a second chart. So let's say that I want to just take a look at the totals. And maybe I want this to be a pie chart because I just want a comparison between our total sales for the 3 months. So let's go ahead and I'll just select those 3 totals. I'll use my shortcut this time up here to insert a chart. So again, it made a choice for me. It seems to really like column charts, I guess. But for this one, I want to choose a pie chart. So I could go regular pie chart, a donut chart. That's pretty cool. I like the 3D pie chart though. So let's go with that and let's see how it looks. Uh-oh, I've got no data here. So this is an instance where sometimes we have to play around with it to get it to actually understand what we're trying to do. So here I'm going to switch rows and columns, and there we see our data coming in. All right, perfect. Then we also need a little bit more context to be able to understand this. My first chart naturally came with this information because of what I selected. We have the 3 months identified. We have last names being called out, all of the last names listed here going down. But here I don't see what these percentages are actually tied to. So let's go ahead and let's say we have label here. So let's add a label and let's select a range. So that's what this allows us to do, to select a data range. And I'm going to go ahead and select January, February, March and click OK. And now it goes ahead and it throws those data labels on top of my percentages. So now I get an understanding of what's actually being represented here. So very easy to add a couple of different charts to be able to analyze some of the data that I have going on here. And we're going to see what we can do to take it even further and to format these.